everybody, Kitsune Haruri here, and welcome to my channel, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm doing a special extra video today because I didn't really have anything that specifically said St. Patrick's Day to talk about. So it's going to be a little bit of the wearing of the green and doing a little bit of spring doll stuff. I do have a package from, is it Temu or AliExpress? I believe it's from Temu. And it's a special package because I've had something I've been looking for a number of years due to an unfortunate situation that occurred while I was doing a doll panel at a convention. I hope I've got the solution to that problem years and years and years now later, but I hope it'll work. I'm also going to be pulling out some spring goodies and doing some comparisons between some old Ken doll stuff and new Ken doll stuff. Because I noticed something recently while trying to dress up my old Ken doll. But first, let's get down to the thing I've been waiting for, because I just don't want to wait anymore. Let me show you. Sorry for the funky angle here, but it's the best that I could pull off with my table set up and everything. So you've already met my Blythe doll. By the way, she doesn't have a name yet. Well, I won't guarantee I'll use what names you give. I don't mind entertaining some suggestions, so go ahead and put those down in the comments section. You get a good idea for a name for her. Anyway, I've got her wearing some clothes that belong to Fuyu here. And they fit pretty good. These clothes are actually old Barbie clothes from the 90s, early 2000s. So they worked out really, really nicely for her. And I usually use them for her. So let me slide her aside and we'll discuss Fuyu. Now, I've still got her in her Christmas stuff, which we're remedying that today. And when you first look at Fuyu, she looks like an Obitsu, but she is not. Let me take off her wig here. Fuyu is the very first ball-jointed doll that I had ever gotten. She is a very early version of the Asian ball-jointed dolls that you see now. So she is not strung. And she is also not resin. She is made out of plastic. And I mentioned, yes, she looks like an Obitsu, but isn't one. This is because she was made by Volks. She is the forerunner of their doing the Dolphy Plus, and basically the dolls that set the standard of how we describe the Asian ball-jointed dolls that everybody's been collecting for the past several years. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off of her. By the way, this is supposed to go on a bottle. It just worked. She's my Christmas Santa. So Fuyu always for many years went with me to the different conventions, usually anime conventions, and I would do panels discussing collecting Asian ball jointed dolls and the different types. There's a handful of us who all did this together. And one of these conventions, I had the package that she came in originally. And in that package was the paperwork and everything that explained what she was. And her 2 pair of feet. She came with an option of big feet and little feet, because that's how they did it. This doll, goodness, she's been tough. This doll came as a kit. You had to build her. Which, if I can get this thing off of her, I will show you. She's not my best, but she is my first, and she will never leave my collection. Normally this isn't that tight, but I put an extra dress on her because I really liked it and didn't want to take it off. Now it's too tight. Come on, dear, slide on out. Preferably without losing any parts here. So, this package had her feet in it. And people were looking at the package so that they could see how she came. originally. And as you can see, my dear has no feet on because she can wear Barbie boots without feet. As I was gathering things up for the next person to talk, I asked for the package back, and magically nobody knew where it was. Now all the regular doll people who had been looking at it had looked at it, and somebody said, well, we laid it down right here on this table. It's like, well, did someone else pick it up? Well, somebody says, well, somebody walked in the door, picked it up, and went right back out the door. So somebody stole her feet and her package, probably thinking they were getting a whole doll, and ran off with it, and that was the end of that. So poor Fuyu has been without feet for a number of years because of this. And so she's been stuck wearing these boots. Which, by the way, older style Barbie boots are very nice. It's pretty painted, detailed, rubbery and soft, so they're easy to work with. This is also a more modern Barbie dress, which I got for her for the holidays because I just love the iridescence and the metal shine. Anyway, by the time, well, I had gotten her from a friend of mine who had bought the kits and then didn't get her built. Because after seeing her, they decided they were ready to go straight into a full Asian ball jointed doll, and they got her, and she's beautiful. And then they lost interest. So I got her, and at the time she was $25. And she came just like a model kit. She had the sprues and everything. You had to do everything. And she's getting all twisty and poppy there. If you look at her back, she is actually screwed together, and then there are little plugs which you had to sand down, which I wasn't good at it yet, and you can see with age it shows a little bit more. And here you can see the marking, 2001 Volks. Her head, if I can remember here, there's a screw in the top to keep her head on. You can twist and pop it off, and you can actually, replace it pretty easily. I've got a magnet in her head, which holds on her wig, which you can see. That was really the only size of those magnets available at the time I made this wig, because you couldn't get wigs for her either. You can get anything. It was really a doll intended for you to customize entirely yourself. So, I was on Temu the other day, and I was looking through things at random, and as I am looking through the random things, I found a package of 3 different colors of just feet. Now, the type of feet she takes go in on a little peg. If you look, her hands are done the same way. Okay? I am hoping that these feet are of a decent size. Now, the reason I have my Blythe here, she has a similar kind of feet, I think. I want to look here. I may have bought Blythe feet, which, let's be honest, they wouldn't be too far off if they are Blythe feet. Let's see. These have an ankle in them too, though. And if that is the case, and they are Blythe feet, and they have an ankle in them, I am not heartbroken. That would be an upgrade for her, and fabulous for anybody else who has these dolls. By the way, there are a lot of males of these dolls, and a lot of variety in the males. The females, a little less that I saw. There may have been more, but they are no longer available from the company. I really wish they would bring them back. If they brought these back, I would be building them hand over fist. Now that I actually know how to do it. But we have plenty of other Volks models, and mostly, when I say Volks, you're looking at aircraft and cars and a lot of Gundams and that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to open up this package, and hopefully I will finally have replacement feet for Fuyu. Let's go ahead and get down to that package. Cross your fingers, everybody. There's some other goodies in here, too. I'll go ahead and share those to you. Because if everything came in one package, I hope it did, then I got some other little goodies. If not, then there's a package floating around out there with the rest of my stuff. Yeah, I think everything came. Oh, there's more in there than just feet. Hold on. I think they sent me the wrong one, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Let's look at the other stuff. First of all, I got these really, really, really cute little fox masks. They're just little decorative bits. I'm a dice junkie, and I just got these, which look okay. Not in English. But strawberry pie is the color, and I love the speckliness of them, and I have thousands and thousands of sets of dice. It just keeps getting worse. Okay. Oh, and this is a mold. There are doll heads, and I think maybe ears and things over here. I'm going to see how those come out, because if I can cast these nicely, then I can make really tiny dolls. Here we are, the hands and feet. It was actually supposed to be 3 different colors of feet, but I've got hands and feet, and they're dark, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. It's supposed to be pink, beige, and what I've got here are tan. But that's alright. Shake them all out. There's the set of feet. And 5 hands. Interesting. Look at those hands. They're a bit bigger than hers, and they're dark. But I'm still curious. Ah, the peg's really small, so I'll have to mind that. It's fixable. But the feet might be of a good size for her, if a bit thin. They won't stay in on their own. Like I said, though, that's fixable. But I think she can have feet. And they have a slightly flexible ankle. I think I can make do with these. And I'm probably going to put them in so that they're not permanent. Maybe just a little hot glue to hold them in place, so that she can, you know, wear something other than boots. I can probably just change the color of them too. So, a moderate success. I think it'll do the job. So, you guys can't see anything. There we go. Moderate success. These are loose. They won't actually catch because the peg is smaller. But I can put a little hot glue in there and make it so that it has some friction. That will do the trick. So while they're a different color, she's got feet. It'll do. In the meantime, let's move on to some of these other items. The other items that I found, and I got 3 different ones because they're really cute, and I think they'll work for several of my dolls. Now, these little varsity jackets. Really, I like this one because I actually have one that looks like this. And it's got one of my business logos on it. There we are. It's a nice fabric. It kind of feels like the fabric that the sleeves on my real one's made of, just a little bit lighter. There's snaps. Snaps are strong, but it seems like the threads aren't, so I may tighten this up. And then they went and put little studs over the top to make it look like the buttons. Come on. They're strong. It is not lined, but the fabric is still okay on the inside. The pockets are just decorative. Let's have Fuyu try one on. Fuyu is roughly the size of a Barbie, maybe a petite Barbie. She's just curvier than some Barbies are. She's a little more bust. Put your hand down in there, hun. Probably should have took her hands off to do this, but you know how that goes. And this really fits her pretty well. Sleeves look like they're about the right length. It's a bit roomy, but you would want a jacket like this to be. I imagine if you have one of those vinyl machines, you can make a logo or anything to go on it really easily. That is a really good jacket. And based on her size and the size of these sleeves, I'm going to say this is going to fit some of my smaller ball jointed dolls. Not the little ones that are like Nindroid size, but actual like Asian ball jointed doll size, the bigger ones than that. That also tells me this will probably fit my Blythe. So let's have a look there. Let loose of her thing there. Thinking about it. Let's make life easy here. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, yes, this jacket does fit on her very nicely. Again, it's a little bit on the oversized side, but again, that type of jacket would be. Really nice. I believe this one will remain with her. And I also have a red, white, and black one, which is actually the colors of one of the two high schools I went to. So this will also lead me into something else. This one will hang around for a moment. There's one more piece I got just to see how well they were made. And it's this little pair of jeans. The denim. It's supposed to be anyway. Oh my. That's fake denim, but that's cool. It has a little belt made of vinyl. Actually has a working belt buckle. What does this say? CAD Hobby. It has working pockets all the way around. Very nice. And has Velcro fly. I'm very certain this would be too big on Fuyu. Let's see. Yeah, the waistband is absolutely huge. Though with feet on, the length wouldn't be horrible. But it's gigantic. Let's see about Blythe. Yeah, it's really big around the waist on her too. And quite a bit long, though you could cuff them, I'm pretty sure. But there's one other who needs to try this on. So I had mentioned before I was going to try on some things for Ken. And I have a Ken doll from 1993 that recently I had bought a fashion pack intended for Ken to put onto him, because I really didn't have any of his clothes left from the time that I'd gotten him, except for like one shirt. And I had some pants on him here that were actually made for one of my BJDs, so they're kind of high waters on him. He's a little taller. So here he is. And as you can see, this looks really, really tight, because it is. It is incredibly tight. And I have wanted the varsity jacket for him. And I was wondering, because of this, what happened to the size of Ken doll clothes? Was it just this particular item? Or did it have something to do with all of them? And you can see it's just kind of a silky kind of material. All the details are printed on it. And if you look at this as compared to his shirt's from the 90s. See all the actual sewn details? It's made out of the real material you can see these shirts made out of. But this is not. So, I am thinking, let's get this in there. There we go. I am thinking we have a quality fail in a lot of the new Barbie clothes. I'm not just thinking it, I know it. A lot of them are going to print details, nothing's sewn on, no hems really, it's just kind of fold under and done. Cheap material. I got some more fashion packs to see what they're going to be like on him, and I got these from Temu. And as you can see, there is a quality difference. There's actual sewn on details here, not printed on. Albeit the pockets still aren't usable, but there's still a piece that's an actual thing on there. There's actual buttons, not pictures of buttons. It closes. So I'm going to try these on him, and then I'm going to be pulling out some of the more recent fashion packs that they have made for Ken. Also, in this process, I picked up another Ken, a modern one, to see, did they change him that much? Did they take away all his muscle? I don't know. We're going to find out. This one is, I believe, a standard body. And it is the cheaper one, same as he was, so they've got no articulation on either one of them. So let's see. So the first thing I notice here, he is a much thinner hollow plastic than the old Ken. The old Ken has rubbery legs, he has plastic ones. They both have plastic arms. And his head's a little squishier, so it's a thinner rubber. But he has more ability to move his head, while this one can just go side to side. His head's also larger, it seems. Interesting. So let's go ahead and try that jacket first of all, since it's already sitting here. Does it fit him differently? And I can tell you already, it most certainly does. Because I had to fight to get this jacket on the old Ken. But it still gets caught on his shoulders. He still has enough beefiness in his shoulder that it doesn't want to go up all the way. But he is definitely thinner in the arms than the old Ken. And you can also tell his legs move differently. Not really. They have a different stance. He's very wide-legged. His legs are really thick in comparison to his. So this Ken I know can stand on his own. Can this one? Yes. Ken can still stand on his own, so that's a good thing. So we know that part. Let's see if this jacket fits old Ken better. Still a little struggle. There we go. While it's still pretty tight on him, it does definitely fit better than the other one, but there's no way it's going to close across his chest. So, yeah, beefy boy. He got a jacket, but he's going to stay cold. You also see I've gotten a pack of the shoes. The shoes seem to work just fine. Doesn't seem to have any problem at all with those. Except for the fact that he's got a rubber foot and it's a rubber shoe and they want to be friends forever. But yeah, they go on pretty good. You know what? Those match that other jacket better, so let's get into the other kin. The other thing I want to do is check out these pants on these guys and see how they do. You see a difference in the hip build of why he has such a wide stance. His are pretty much just applied to the side while his are inset. So that makes up for the difference in the way he stands. And that in mind, I'll have this guy try the pants first. As Ken has flat feet, this does make this a bit more of a chore. Alright, lengthwise, those are pretty good on him. But, just like with Barbie, Blythe, and everyone else, a lot of room in the waist. Not enough that's going to be too much of an issue. I think just cinching up the belt will do for him. So he could definitely wear these pants just fine. Let's try them on the old Ken. Now I know in advance it's going to grab because of the rubbery legs, but Ken life. That was a bit of a struggle. However, that was mostly because of his material. Rubber legs are not your friends. However, these appear to be made exactly for the dimensions of this Ken doll. They fit really, really nicely. And I believe those are going to be his forever because I don't want to struggle them off there. But they do fit him better than the other dolls. There we go. Yeah, this was 100% intended for his dimensions. So this gentleman has himself a couple of new wardrobe pieces that worked out really nicely. Just so you know, if you order these pants off Temu, they are made for the old Ken, so they're going to be very loose in the waist on the new Ken. Or at least the thin feller that I got. Maybe the articulated ones might be different. I know they have different body types for Barbie. I haven't seen them for Ken. They might be out there. Let's have a look at a couple of other things here. This is the fashion pack that the jacket had come from. And these shorts were an absolute no. They would not go up his legs. And these glasses are huge on him. Which, after seeing the size of this gentleman's head, makes perfect sense. They're just huge. Their heads are huge. The other thing is these Barbies, these Kens, have ears that will allow the earpieces to actually sit on their heads. So you can wear those, no problem. And I'm pretty sure the shorts will go on because I just took a pair of shorts off of him. Look in the back. Yep, right on. Easy peasy, easy fit. So yeah, Ken is no longer built like a football player. Let's change out his shoes. At least he can still wear those with no problem. And since these shoes actually match him, those are just going to be his. And this Ken, do I want the blue, the dark color? Because I don't like those tan ones. Let's go ahead and put the dark colored ones on him. Oh. Maybe so, maybe no. Get your foot in there, man. Oh, come on, Ken. Get your shoe on. Well, what do you know? The loafers fit, but these didn't. Let's get the other two. Did it fit this guy? Barely. And I do mean barely. I think that's just a bad pair of shoes. Hopefully that's the only bad pair of shoes. Let's try the blue ones, I guess. Well, about the ugly pair. Okay, well, the ugly pair fits him. Wouldn't you know? So I guess that's the pair he's gonna wear. This is gonna be his outfit, I suppose. The ugly pair of shoes, the new jeans, the new jacket, and his original shirt. So we're going to set him aside now. We've already established these aren't going to fit anybody. These probably will, because they went on him. Let's try the blue pair. Blue pair went right on. Interesting. So we got some inconsistency in the sizing. Not terribly shocked. These kind of feel like a harder plastic too. Don't sound any different, but they certainly fit different. It's kind of sad. So we'll move on to some other new clothes for him. Which, incidentally, meant new clothes for Barbie as well, because they came in 2 packs, apparently. The only thing I found other than shoes that were for Ken alone was a tuxedo for a wedding, which should have been with the wedding dress with Barbie, but what can I say? Here are these fashion packs. We've got some really garish bright colors that clash all over the place. Kind of 90s, 80s-ish here. We have pajamas. That one might fit him. Maybe. Glasses certainly won't. And we have some beachwear. Definitely tropical. Maybe it'll fit him. Maybe it won't. But let's pull these out and just have a look at them. I'm not going to try them all on them. That's just too much. This video can't go on forever. Alright, the garish 90s look. You get an outfit for Barbie and an outfit for Ken. I'm going to say that this is not a Ken top. That's probably definitely a Barbie top. That is very, very small. It says love. Got some crazy looking bell-bottom pants. Two color. This pack is all Barbie. You got a flame dress, like a skater dress style. Velcro in the back. Some flaming glasses. And a really cool belt with a heart buckle and chain that actually snaps together at the back. I may try these out for Blythe. This one is definitely a pack for each. Pair of green sunglasses that either one would look good in. I guess this is a hair scrunchie, but maybe a bracelet. I don't know that it would stay on any of my doll's hair. Here's that Ken outfit, the onesie jumper thing that they went through trying to get guys to wear there for a couple of years, which a couple wore, and frankly, it just, no, not for day wear. Pajamas, sure, why not? But not something you're going to be walking down the street wearing, I hope. They just don't look good on anybody. I would be willing to bet this would fit either one of the Kens, because there's a lot of room in that. And for Barbie, pink as usual. Matter of fact, it's a pink dream shirt. And a skirt. This would be pajamas, I guess. I've never heard of wearing skirt pajamas. But okay, you know. I guess it's a new thing. That can be done. We've got some shower shoes for Ken. Wonder if they actually fit. Yeah, that goes on him pretty good. He's able to wear them. I ain't gonna fight with the other one. I'm willing to bet they probably will go on him because a lot of the problem was at the throat of the shoe. There is a sun visor in pink, but that doesn't necessarily mean Barbie. Sometimes, yep, this will go on a Ken too. Of course, this dude's hair is not going to cooperate with this one, but you know, it goes. Got a Barbie swimsuit with a necktie, Velcro down the back. That might actually fit Blythe as well. And her having rainbow hair, I think I may do that. There's a little cover-up to go along with it. It's gathered and Velcroed. And according to prophecy, there will be Hawaiian shirt. Really nice. I don't know if that armhole would fit around the old kin, but of course we know it's made for the new kin. Sadly, they did not hem the collar at all. So eventually that will probably give up. Otherwise, not bad. Nice vibrant print all the way around. And these really bright swim shorts. Has a faux fly on it, but it's elastic. Definitely will not be going on the old kin. Man, it'd be nice if it did. So dude, you're in luck. Lots of clothing for you. But I did still achieve my goal of getting a full outfit on this guy. So good enough. He has his own clothing now. His buddy is just going to be a clothes horse. But you know, when you can move your head around, you get the right. I only have one more thing to show, and it doesn't have anything to do with doll clothes or green or anything else for that matter. It is, in fact, a little item that I found at Aldi's. And these all seem a little smallest. You know they've got Care Bears. Well, there's this new Care Bear. They've got some new characters, and I had to have this one because its little tummy emblem is a painter's palette. Works for me. Work of Heart Bear, new character. I guess the Series 4 has True Heart Bear, Work of Heart Bear, Daydream Bear, and Hopeful Heart Bear, which are all new characters. Series 3, I'm very interested in finding. There's Harmony Bear, Friend Bear, Bedtime Bear, and Braveheart Lion. We've got a Care Bear cousin, people. I want to see all the Care Bear cousins in these. I really do. I really, really, really like them as a favorite as a kid. So, cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get everybody. Let's get this little guy out. I've got a few of these before. He's just a little teeny stuffed bear. I guess this character actually is like this with a purple body and different colored arms and legs and ears and everything else, which is a little odd, but it's okay. It works for the character theme even if it isn't normal for a Care Bear. But there's Work of Heart Bear, and he's going to be friends with my Blythe because he is all the colors like she is. Thank you for joining me on this special edition for St. Patrick's Day. You can see Fuyu is in her favorite green dress. And, well, I guess she won't have to be pinched anymore, huh? Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this content, remember to like, subscribe, and share, as you've all heard before. Also visit me on Doll Yokai for some doll art content. And don't forget, I am also on Rumble. Right now, I'm just cross-posing some old stuff. Maybe there's some things you missed. Go ahead and have a look there. Or you can also find them in the history here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.